I'm going to upgrade our tracking station. This will let me see patch conics. I still have 260,000, so if I upgrade mission control, then I can also do flight planning. So let's go see. I don't remember how much Delta V is in this satellite that's way out here. So let's go and find out. Boom, 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 boom. Did I miss any tips? No, there we go. So you have 1150 Delta V. I'm certain that's enough. So there's Minmus. Minmus is a second moon that orbits Kerbin. It's a tiny little rock. It is much, much easier, even though it's further away. It doesn't take much more juice to reach Minmus than it does to reach the moon. Minmus is so small and has such little gravity, it's much easier to land on and take off from than the moon itself. So it's actually the first thing that a lot of people do land on. We would like to go and reach there. Now, what we want to do for that is we need to, basically right now, we're orbiting around the moon, but effectively you can think of us as we are the moon right now. So if we were the moon, we're orbiting Kerbin, right? We're in this orbit, and we want to get to this orbit, then really what we're doing is we want to burn prograde to raise our orbit to match this, where Minmus is. So what we want to do is we want to leave with as much acceleration from this point of view going to the left. Because the moon is moving to the left, so if we leave the moon heading to the left, that means we're leaving the moon with speed. And the best place to do that burn is going to be somewhere around here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to click exactly, so I can add maneuver nodes so we can plan. Although, this one's going to be awkward for no good reason. So, hold on. Let me try this again. There we go. So, if we burn prograde from here, what's going to happen is we're going to leave going left. And we can see where that's going to lead us. Were we going to encounter some... Oh. Now, you can mouse wheel in these for finer control. There it is, right there. So, if we do that burn at that strength, 167 meters per second, what's going to happen is we're going to leave, we're going to go this way, then we're going to come back down, and meanwhile, Minmus will have gone all the way around here, and we're going to encounter Minmus over here. So that's the maneuver we're going to want to do. So, oh, we're like basically there. Hold on, face the node. We're 30 seconds away from the node. It's only a 4-second burn time, though. So that's going to be good. So it's coming up. So ideally what we want to do is we want to start the burn 2 seconds away from the node, and then continue the burn to 2 seconds through to the other side. Most likely we're not going to be able to do this with perfect precision here. But that's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll fine-tune. Because we're going to have lots of juice left in the tank. So that's going to be okay. And we don't have to like get that close to Minmus. We just have to somehow intersect with its sphere of influence and go for burn. And somewhere around there. So this conic's not necessarily showing us the intersection, but it might after we leave the moon's sphere of influence. And we'll do a fine-tuning burn. So we are now leaving the moon. Goodbye, moon. We're leaving the moon. I'm going to fast forward until we leave the sphere of influence right over here. And see how it goes. Sweet burn. I know. Kasurks, thank you very much for the tip. For whiskey and chocolate. And beer. I hope that's okay. When Hoyt 4 new episodes will come out on YouTube. Became quite addictive to your grand strategy streams. Oh, so the Hoy 4 Yugoslavia things are currently set up to go daily right now. So, and what's the time on them? I want to say 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so literally the next episode will be in 15 minutes. So there you go, next episode of Hoy 4. Okay, fast forward some more. It will automatically drop us down to times 50 when we leave a sphere of influence here. So in a second, we are... There you go. Okay, we are now no longer in the sphere of influence of the moon. We're back in the sphere of influence of Kerbin, which means we can do a fine-tuning maneuver. So I think a good spot to do it might be somewhere like here, and just do a little radial, anti-radial, and just see like... Oh, there it is. There's Minmus. So we'll do the minimum possible burn. That's going to be a really small burn, less than a second. So when you do a tiny little burn like this, very microscopic change, right-click on your engine, bring the thrust limiter way down. There you go. So now it's going to be a 5-second burn instead of under a second. It makes it a lot easier for humans like us to actually get this correct. So, before you do any big time warp, always recommended, quick save. Because bad, weird things can happen. Then click here, and there you go. You go warp to next maneuver. We've got smartass told to face the maneuver node. Of course, we could just do that manually very easily as well. Vrump. Go face the node. There's really no reason... At this point, I'm actually going to even cancel the maneuver. And I'm just going to say, keep facing the direction we're facing in. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the burn and just watch until it changes. Boom. So, now what I like to do is I like to click on my target here, and I want to focus my view on it. And I can zoom in, and I can see exactly where we're going to pass by. So right now we're 1.5 million meters from it. But we need to be quite close, because we have to do this experiment in low orbit. So if I just hit the gas a little bit, it's actually bringing us closer. So I'm just eyeballing it with the maneuver planning here. Or not the maneuver planning, but with the patch conics. So we can see where we'll end up. So I'm going to want to bring this, I'm sure, within 50 kilometers. Oh! I'm like, why are we not getting... It looks like we should be much closer, so we're a little bit low. One of the tricky things with minmus is it is way off on an angle from other things, which makes the encounter a little trickier, but that's okay. So I'm going to burn positive normal here, so normal to the plane. So you've got Kerbin, you've got the planet, and you're orbiting around it. Well, you can think of that as a plane, and when you burn normal, you point up, and you burn that way, and anti-normal would be the other way. So we're going to burn upwards. I'm just going to eyeball this, make sure, yep, it's getting us closer, good. Tiny little, because I have my thruster set to, what, 5% strength, and this is just one tick of shift. Because we're so far away, a tiny little burn has a massive impact. There you go, we'll bring us equatorial. So we'll be within 20 kilometers, which is perfectly fine and safe for minmus. So that's where we're going to end up over there. I like it. Very good burn. Yeah, okay. The hotkey for resetting your minimap has definitely gotten reset, because backspace would normally reset my viewpoint here. Save. Can I change hotkeys in here? I don't think so. I wonder what that was. Sure, it was backspace. Well, Bear, it's... I don't know how to say it. I always say, like, Zwick. It's Polish. Reset is tilde. Oh. Okay. That's perfectly fine key. I don't mind it being tilde. Just that's not what it used to be. I mean, probably changed like 3 patches ago, but I'm set in my ways. So we're just going to time warp 10,000 time warp. Here, we'll go even a little more, but be very careful. This is why you always quick save before you time warp, because it's very easy to accidentally overshoot and horrible things happen. There you go. There's minmus, and there's us. We're on a collision course. And we still have almost 1,000 delta V for more maneuverings. I guess it's more the back tick more than tilde is the actual key, since you don't have to hold shift, but it's the same key. There we go. High orbit around minmus. We get some science. We'll ship that. And we will ship the temperature data. Just like people who spend a lot of time watching CW shows, we are serious shippers. Warp here. I say that as someone who watches a lot of CW shows. I know of what I speak. Bum, bum, bum. So we're going to get closer to the periapsis. Once we get within low orbit, we'll be able to ship some more science and complete that quest. Oh! Right. We actually have to go out of here after. That's... Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. I said, whoa. Just whoa. Whoa all the way. I forgot. To complete the quest, we actually have to leave the Kerbal system after this. Now, we are in the wrong orientation to do a slingshot from here. Because we'll be going in the opposite direction of what we want. That's okay. Because when we come in at a periapsis by Kerbin, we'll just burn prograde from there, and that's going to be how we leave the system. So that's going to be fine. So we're just going to drift through here. Drift by minmus. Minmus is made of ice cream. Mint ice cream. Ship some science. Done and done. Vroom. Looks cool. Yeah, if I had remembered, we would have flown by minmus on the other side so that we could use it as a slingshot. But that's okay. We still have plenty of juice, and we've got a low periapsis by Kerbin, so we'll just be able to do a burn at the periapsis there. One of the questions will be a little bit if our data signal is going to be strong enough, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we'll ship the science slowly, but it's going to work. Just barely missed the moon. Vroom. So, when we're at the lowest point in our orbit, or more accurately, or more importantly, when we're at the opposite of the apoapsis, because we're going to burn retrograde, or we're going to burn prograde, which is going to increase the height of our orbit at the opposite side of where we were, so we may as well increase the height of the highest possible point. So that's what we're looking to do here. There you go. So when we're at the lowest point, which is the periapsis, we'll be opposite of the highest point. You know what? Good enough. Prograde, burn, and we're just going to burn until we break that loop, which means we're going to be leaving the sphere of influence of Kerbin and entering the sphere of influence of Kerbal. So hopefully I've actually read that mission correctly. But yeah. Destination, the sun. A conference is starting. You know, all the E3 stuff, it's just so hype that leads to disappointment. It's all pre-rendered cutscenes of a game that's just going to turn out to be really shitty unless you just ignore it, and then all of a sudden it's not quite as bad. Yeah, so our signal site strength is dropping, but we'll still have a signal, hopefully. So we'll be able to ship this science. So the second we leave the sphere of influence of Kerbin, there we go. We are now around the sun. We need an atmospheric pressure scan. We're going to transmit it and transmit the temperature scan. Spoiler alert, it's hot. Wait. Fuck! What? I have to also get science from Kerbin's grasslands? In the same mission? Well, that's not going to happen. So this was still worthwhile for shipping science, but we didn't actually complete the contract. So, wait, how would we have done that? I mean, I guess we could come back and land, except that this thing can't land. Or we could somehow, roam out there, and then... How would we do that in one mission? I guess come back. Oh, that's a different one. Oh, thank you. Derp, that's a different mission. Right, that's the one where I had to do all the pits, and I was trying to do it with the plane. Thank you. So, there we go. This one here is completed. I was going to say, that doesn't make any sense. But I just saw the 2 green check marks, and I assumed those are the ones we just did. Alright. Well, there we go. So, big rewards. Big money. Which will allow us to upgrade more things. And we still get the science here, which is great. And this thing still has fuel. It still has 650, Delta V. We could let it re-enter the Kerbin system, or we could set up with a long rendezvous to some other planet. Out of curiosity, if I were to go here and burn retrograde... Okay, so that's Eve, so we don't get an encounter there. Not in our current position. We could try to burn somewhere else, though. What about Moho? I don't know how much of a burn this is. Oh, it's too strong. We can't actually burn that much. What if we did something over here? Because we've got enough juice in the tank to burn retrograde to get an even counter. That's the purple. So if we just burn somewhere else, we might have to wait like a year or two for our orbit to mesh. +1 revolution. Oh. Oh, right there. Right there. So we have 950 delta V left in the tank. If we do a 750 delta V retrograde burn over here, I think that's in +1 orbit. That's in a 1 year and 114 days. We can encounter Eve. Although we don't have a radio powerful enough to do it. So never mind. What we should do instead is we should just return to Kerbin. And the laziest way to do that at this point is just set Kerbin as a target and burn directly to it. It's not the most efficient. But what we're effectively doing at this point is we're burning pro-radial from the sun and shifting our orbit rightwards over here. Oh! This should work. I mean, if it doesn't, I don't care. I'm not crying about it. Oh! I just remembered. We have super low burn speed. Oh! So we're going to counter it somewhere over here. Somewhere over there. Excellent. Did we re-enter it? Oh! We've re-entered it now. Lovely. And then we're going to leave again. But if we go and... No, you... Stop. Go away. We're just going to warp to here. And all we're going to do is burn retrograde. Stop. Long distance warps are particularly prone to bizarre things happening. Okay, turn retrograde. Just burn for a second. There we go. So this is going to make sure that this satellite of ours is staying within the Kerbin system. It's got 860 meters of delta V left in case we decide to revisit the moon or minmus with this particular satellite. Gives us an option, which is great. And on that note, I think we're going to wrap up our Kerbal space program for today. If you just came out for the Kerbal, well, I appreciate it. Hope you had fun. For all those, I tried to make this like a new player friendly, and hopefully that worked out for as many people as possible. I had a lot of fun. I've been dying to play Kerbal again. I'm really happy about it. Look at that beautiful planet over there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to play our normal multiplayer campaign or game with subscribers. We're going to play some Team Fortress 2 today. Get some silliness going on. I'm going to finish the rest of the beer while doing that. Probably only play a couple of rounds because I'm dead tired. Next live stream, Briarstone is going to be streaming, I believe, some Stellaris at 6 p.m. That's in 3 hours from now. And tomorrow morning, Sunday Morning Heroes is going to be happening, as far as I know. Everything should be good there. The mystery at the Barge Ride Inn will continue. And then on Wednesday, of course, we'll play some Civ 6. So let me go and save this. And yeah, it's totally cool if you guys were just here for that. And you're not interested in the multiplayer, or you're gonna go see the EA live stream. That's cool. The rest of us are gonna sit here, and I'm gonna light some people on fire. I didn't kill any Kerbals today, so I'm clearly gonna have to go and set a lot of you guys on fire instead.